Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be exploring why 0 factorial equals 1, because it just doesn't look right. But I'll show you how it is right. Let's get into it. So we're first going to start off with indices, because there's a similar scenario there, right? So we have a to the power of 0 equaling 1, right? It doesn't look right, just like 0 factorial equals 1 doesn't look right. But a squared equals a times by a, and then so on and so forth, right? Gonna get rid of all that. So let's replace 2 with, let's replace a with 2, right? So 2 to the power of 1 equals 2, 2 squared equals 4, 2 cubed equals 8, 2 to the power of 4 equals 24. No, it doesn't. Sorry. It equals 16. Wow, my writing's gone a bit wonky there. Now, how do we get from 2 to 4 to 8 to 16? Well, we times by 2. Then we times by 2. And then, yep, you guessed it, we times by 2. Right? But how do we get backwards? Well, I'll rub out the times by 2's. Make sure I rub it all out. So how do we get... Just draw this. It's by 2. So how do we get back? Well, we divide by 2. Divide by 2. But we can go one step further back. Well, at least one step further back. Since it's 2 squared, then 2 to the power of 1, then the next logical power would be 2 to the power of 0. And that would equal, well, if 2 to the power of 4 going to 2 to the power of 3 equals something divided by 2, like 16 divided by 2. I'm not sure if I explained that totally well. If we're going divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, we've got to divide 2 by 2, which is 1. And there you go. That's why 2 to the power of 0 equals 1. But it doesn't stop there. We can go 2 to the power of negative 1 equals 1 divided by 2. There. 2 to the power of negative 2 equals 1 over 4. Right? That is correct, isn't it? Yeah. So let's go on to factorials now. And using the same technique as before. We have 1 factorial equals 1, 2 factorial equals 2, 3 factorial equals 6, and 4 factorial equals 24. I'm going to write it on the left-hand side right now. And how do we get from each number to the next? Well, from 1 factorial to 2 factorial, we times by 2. Then from 2 factorial to 3 factorial, which is 2 to 6, we times by 3. And then from 6 to 24, we times by 4. And to work backwards, pretty simple, we just divide by 4, then divide by 3, then divide by 2. But who says we have to stop there? Right? It can go at least one more, where 0 factorial, since it's the next logical number to go backwards, equals, well, if we're going 4, 3, 2, then the next logical step is 1. So 1 divided by 1 equals 1. Maths is just unexpected sometimes. You know, you find these neat little things in there. But what happens if we go to negative 1? Right? So if 0 factorial equals 1, then if we go to negative 1 factorial, that would equal, well, I should draw one more. 1 factorial equals 1. Then we divide by 1. Reminder, the ones before, we divide by 2, divide by 3. So we're going 3, 2, 1. So the next logical one, or the next logical number, is 0. So 1 divided by 0. Uh-oh. Well, we can't divide by 0, because that is just a rule in maths that you do not do.